Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Welcome back to my another video, and we will continue from where we had left in our previous part. So here in this video we are going to create a new adapter class, and we will write the code for the adapter of that particular recycler view. Alright, so we will be able to display all the data from the SQLite database. So let's get started. So here first of all we have to create the adapter. So here we can say category adapter. Alright, and then we have to extend it with recycler view dot adapter, and in here we have to provide the category adapter dot category view holder, and after that we are going to implement the methods, and we have these three methods on create view holder. Okay, so before that let me just create the class here, and we have to extend it with recycler view dot view holder. Okay, so that one here we have to create the constraint. So after this, now we are able to generate the three methods, and then here we have the three methods. First of all, here we have to create the default constructor of this adapter. So here we can say public category adapter, and in here we have to pass on the context of the activity, and then we also need to pass on the array list that will contain all the data from the database. So here we can say array list of type category, and we name it as array list category. Alright, so now we can import the category class as well as the array list. So here we can define our own variables. So first of all we can say private array list of type category, then we can say array list category. So similarly we can simply say, and we can also say private context. Oh sorry, I think we should make it public because our other classes have to use that, right? So here we can say public. Okay, so in here inside our constructor we can simply say this dot array list category equal to array list category, and then we can say this dot context equal to context, right? So after this, here we have to override the method get item count. So here we will return the size of the array. Okay, so here inside our on create view holder we can inflate the view. So for this we can simply say view equal to layout inflator dot from. Here we have to pass on the context dot inflate r dot layout dot suppose activity main. Then we have to pass on the parent, and finally we can say false. Alright, so after this we can say return new category view holder, and in here we have to pass on our view object here. Alright, but now here we have to override, create the layout design file of that. So here we can say item 1. Okay, so let's just go to layout, click new layout resource file, and rename it as item underscore 1, and instead of this constant layout we can use the relative layout. I mostly use the relative layout in my source codes. So after here we have to change the height to wrap content, and we have to set the margin to 10 dp, right? Then after that we need to use a text view that will have match parent wrap content. Then we can set the id as text category, and then we can say text category 1. Then we have to change the font, so we can say text size will be 24 sp, and then we can say text style, it will be bold. Right, so that was it. We have the item class, item layout. So here, after this, inside our own bind view holder method, now we have to fetch the category object. Alright, so how can we do that? So here we can simply say category equal to ArrayList.get, and get here we have the position, the index of that particular item, and finally we can say okay. So here we have to view bind the it. So here we can say text public text view category text, and then here we can okay. So before that, let me just write on bind view r.id.text category, and it will be like this, and then we have to initialize the butter knife library. We have to pass on our item view here. Alright, so now here inside our own bind view holder method, we can simply say holder.getText.setText, and it will be like category.get title. Alright, so that is the code for our adapter class. So if we move on from here, now we can go back to our main activity, and here we can simply say, let's just have it like this, category adapter, and we can rename it as adapter, and we can send the adapter here. We can initialize it equal to new category adapter, and in here first of all we have to send this, and then we have to send this array list category, and finally we can say recycler view dot set adapter, and we have to pass on the adapter here. So this is the code for our main activity. We have set the recycler view, and we have attached the adapter here, and here that's how we are going to display all the categories. But right now we won't have anything here. Okay, so what I am going to do is I am going to create a method for the on click of this fab, the floating action button. So when the user will click on that, so a pop-up will show or a dialog will show, and the user will enter the title of the category, and when he will click on submit, then the category will be added inside the database. So that's how I am going to do that. So here just follow me, and if you have any questions, you can always comment down below in my video. So here we can use the annotation of the butter knife library. So it's like on click, and here we have r.id.fab add category, then we can say public void add category button click. Alright, so inside it we have to first of all display the alert dialog. So for this we can have the alert dialog class like this, alert dialog dot builder, and we can name it as alert dialog equal to new alert dialog dot builder. In here we just have to pass on this current activity here, the context of that activity. Then we can say alert dialog dot set title, and in here we can say category, and we have to pass on we use the set message function, and here write enter title, and finally then we have to use a custom edit text, because we have to show the edit text to the user for the input. So how we are going to do that? Here we can say like this, final edit text input equal to new edit text, and here first of all we have to give this current context of this activity. Then we can have to use linear layout dot layout params lp equal to new linear layout dot layout params, and inside this we have to pass on the width and height. So how we are going to do that, we can simply say linear layout dot layout params dot match parent, and then we can say linear layout dot linear params dot wrap content. Right, we have set the width and height of that, and finally we just have to set it. So here we can say input dot set layout params, and in here we just have to pass on the layout parameters object here, and finally we have to set the view of that to our edit text, or we can add it. So for that we can say alert dialog dot set view, and in here we can pass on our input object here. Alright, so that's how we are going to display the edit text here. So now we have to write the code for the buttons of that alert dialog. So here we will have two buttons. First one will be the add, and the second one will be the cancel. So here we can say alert dialog dot set positive button, and here we can say add, and then we can say new on click listener, and then we can say dot set negative button. Here we can say cancel, new on click, and here we can just have to use dialog interface dot dismiss. Alright, so that is the code, and here after inside our on click, here we have to fetch the input that the user has inputted. So here we can say string title input equal to input dot get text dot to string. So here we will get the input inside our title string, and then we can check if title input dot equals, if it is not equal to empty, I mean if it's not empty, then you have to set it to our category. So for that we can say category equal to new category, and here we have to pass on our title object here. So now it's giving us an error. So here we have as you can see that we have the ID and the title. So for that we have to use a separate constructor. So we can say public category string title, and here we can say this dot title equal to title. Alright, now the error will be removed, and after this we just have to say int is added equal to helper dot add category, and in here we have to pass on the category object. Okay, and right, and if it is added returns null. If it is equal to 0, it means that it is successfully added. So we can print a toast message like this: man activity dot this category added successfully. Right, and then we have to dismiss it, and then we have to add it, the new added to our category array list. So here we can, because we have to show that. So for this we can simply say like this: since we have the category object here, so we can say array list category dot add, and here we can add the category object, and then we can simply say adapter.notify dataset changed. Alright, and if it's not equal to 0, it means there was some error, so we can just print a message that category will not be added. Right, so here we have, so now our code is complete, but here we have to write the code for our add category. So guys, we will do that in our next part of the video series. So guys, if you like the video, please like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you and goodbye.